All right, so on the 9 this morning, it's all about becoming a stronger champion for families who need help. And you can get involved. Joining me now, Dr. RIta Fields and Ryan Hertz, CEO of the SOS and Lighthouse. So good morning to you both. Thank you so much for coming in. This is exciting. The rent party is coming up June 1st.
It is.
So we want everybody to go there, and we're going to go there with details in just a second. But I wanted to start with you, Doctor.
Yes.
Because your story is of great interest to me, and I think to everybody. So, Doctor, right? You have a PhD. You are a successful business owner, philanthropist. Your story hasn't always been this way. You started out in a very different place. You were 17, you were homeless, and you were pregnant. So take us back there. What did SOS do for you?
Oh my gosh. So I was a 17-year-old homeless dropout, and I was on the streets, and I was probably getting close to dying. And I was 7 months pregnant, actually, at the time. And so we spoke to a couple of other homeless people and learned about South Oakland Shelter, which at that time was in Royal Oak off of 11 in Maine. And I walked there in the rain and was able to get my first doctor's appointment and to get food and clothing. I was pregnant, but I didn't have anything. And so I was able, at that time, the program was only 30 days. And so I was able to stay there for the 30 days. And then it was a springboard from which I could start the rest of my life.
And that's
very grateful.
That's exactly what you offer people, a springboard, right? A little stability can go a long way. So Ryan, SOS and Lighthouse, two organizations coming together. They're bigger. They can do more good.
That's the goal.
Yeah. So what are some of the other things that is it going to be called Lighthouse now, or
it's
SOS?
It's going to be called Lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
We'll still have the SOS program to provide emergency shelter.
Okay. So in addition to that, what else do you offer? What sort of aid do you offer?
Sure. So we believe in people's resiliency. I think Dr. Fields is an incredible example of that. And so we just try to provide the supports that allow people to live a higher quality of life and to succeed. So we respond to people's immediate basic emergency needs: shelter, food. We have a large network of food pantries. We provide stability services, transitional housing, long-term housing, supportive services to help people become restabilized. We develop affordable housing, so we add affordable units to the community so that people don't have to become homeless in the first place. And we engage a large segment of our community in all of this across a partnership of 70 different churches, synagogues, and mosques that help provide shelter. We work with businesses, and we try to educate and empower our community to respond to poverty.
I think when people are looking to help organizations, right? When we're looking to give our money to a charitable organization, I think we want to know what our money is doing. One really neat thing about you guys is the HandUp website. You could probably describe it better than me, but basically you show us the people that our money is going to help.
Sure, so it's a very transparent way to crowdfund to help people. So let's say, for example, somebody maybe has utility arrears they need to pay, and it's the winter. We can help them by having them post their goal. But the organization receives the donation. So when somebody donates to meet that person's fundraising goal, it comes to the nonprofit who's using the site, and we have over 100 nonprofits across the U.S. who use our platform at this time. And at that point, the nonprofit actually cuts a check to the utility company, so the donor knows exactly where their money's going. It's very transparent, and we specifically target life-changing financial barriers.
I think it's just so powerful to see that $50 to us, $25 to us, is something that's totally different to somebody else.
Yes.
Okay, so we have to talk about the rent party. It's coming up. We're going to have some fun. We're going to raise some money in a nutshell.
Yeah, so the concept of the rent party is actually very similar to HandUp. The idea is actually started at the beginning of the 20th century in Harlem. Families who were not able to make rent would throw a party and try to raise rent. They have jazz music. Early jazz and blues got its start really in the rent party circuit. And so we throw a rent party at the Kresge Mansion in East Boston, Edison, Arden Park, and our host Patty Lynch opens his home up. We have 3 different stages and acts of jazz music.
Did you hear that? 3 different stages, people. 3 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we've been doing this. This will be our 4th one. We usually raise over $50,000 to support our rental assistance program. So it's sort of a concept in the tradition of the rent party concept, but to support an organization's programs that provide a similar need.
Excellent news. TheRentParty.org. That's where you can get your tickets. Coming up in a couple weeks, Saturday, June 1st. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for what you're doing.
Thank you so much for having us.
And keep it up. And let's get a full house out to the rent party. So,
let's do it.
All right.
Have fun with it.